and the Florida State Seminoles. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
NC State's head coach told me before the game he is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Reese?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So NC State's offense will start this game off with the football. And here comes the man that makes this offense go. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores.
Well, this guy's been sensational individually. When he plays well, he gives his team a chance to win. We know that. Now, obviously, they've got 2 losses. You can't afford another one if you want to reach the college football playoff, David. I think people around him need to step up, and that's going to be, I think, critical in this game.
It's critical the rest of the season. Like you said, the mulligans are gone. You've had a couple of bad performances, but I think...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And listen to this crowd. On the opening play of the game, the defense picks up a huge sack and they force a negative play. And just imagine, David, being this quarterback for a moment. You were already facing a lot of pressure. You were already facing a great pass rush. And it just feels like a tidal wave of emotion putting you in a hole early in the game. It'll be interesting to see how this offense can respond.
Yeah, I'm looking over and I'm like, all right, let's run something safe, right? Like, that couldn't have gone worse to start this game. Interested to see how they respond. We can't just get pass happy, right, and put ourselves in a bad situation. But this offense has got to do something here on second down. Got to at least quiet the crowd down a little bit because they are going bananas.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB. And he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They'll field this one in tight quarters. Taken down right away. So Florida State's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here comes the guy that is a surgeon in this attack. He had a lot of company in the backfield in that loss last time out. Sacked 5 times and also threw a couple of picks. A designed run for the quarterback. Got enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun. Turns up, it's Singleton. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. Line getting set on second down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's got it. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Running inside, it's Singleton. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, gonna throw it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look, so there's 2 safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him, keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
Sees a crease. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 after the 35. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Harrison. Lets it fly. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do out once he has it.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. You ought to get a little help on this one with that strong wind at his back. On the return. Makes a move. What a play on that return, but will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. That 4th down penalty feels as if it is really going to be costly, but we're about to find out now. It's 1st and 10. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Keeps it on the option. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive,
and the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Grabbed behind the line, it's Singleton. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Now on the move. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback keeper. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Here's the give off the left side. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 30. The tag. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And these offenses, man, they've been struggling, and you've been waiting. Who's going to make the big play? They finally break through. They make the big explosive play, and maybe this is what they needed to get this offense rolling.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off on the ground with a 58-yarder for 6. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy...
Wide open spaces. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Hits inside. It's Scott. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. Quick give. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking for space. It's Singleton. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Got his man. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
3rd and long coming up. Motion from the wideout. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Offense in a split backfield. From the gun, it's Singleton. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Second down, gonna throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I guess he didn't watch the tape from a week ago. Because when you threw at this guy last week, he made big plays. He had 2 picks a week ago. They try him early in this football game, and it's the exact same result. You better be wary when you go after that young man.
Sells to run, looking to pass. Finds his man in the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Dropping back, it's Harrison. Under pressure. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Snags it. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. He did everything he could to find enough running room, and he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This whole place is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Showing the arm strength to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Changing the routes with his receivers. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. And the Seminoles will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not a lot of room to make this catch. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David. Chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And then it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Making his first move. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Making the adjustment. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Florida State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so if they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by, he makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. To throw, it's Harrison. Out wide right, it's Scott. Makes the grab in their space. Now the Wolfpack will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Throws for the tight end. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Second and long here. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Looking for a big play. He's got it inside the 30. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Timeout called by NC State. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Just going to keep it after the snap. Quarterback gets past the marker. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the book. 10 time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Checking in with the Seminoles head coach at the half. One of the big points of emphasis coming out of the locker room is to get the run game going. Their quarterback has struggled at times, had some turnovers, but he has got to trust the guys around him a little bit more. Look for them to feed the running back the rock here to start the third, get the run game going, and take some pressure off their QB.
All right, Holly. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Looking for room. It's Singleton. Swamped immediately.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Back to throw, it's Harrison. Fires to the wideout. Finds his man, it's Robinson. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Really nice timing, and that's a very accurate throw by the quarterback. There was not a big window. He's throwing the in-breaking route. It's coming from his left. He's got to fit that football into a really tight space where his guy can make the catch. Very confident throw that time by the QB.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Fake and wants to throw. Misses badly on that one.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Out wide left, it's Acker. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
Might as well give it to him again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, NC State! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. To the back. Turning it on! Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Making the adjustment on the play. They've been running it, but now the pass. Fires to the big fella. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Wants to go up top on second down. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Gonna look downfield again. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And the defense gets home and gets the quarterback on the ground. We heard all week how important this would be, protecting the quarterback. Last week, this defense had 4 sacks. They've done a nice job. Forget this one and move on.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. And the Noles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Wants to throw one first. Unloads to the right. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Trying to take it back. Past the 20. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And there's been a lot of moments when this passing game has looked so bad, and you didn't think it could get any worse, and hence the 3 picks. But, man, Jesse, they outdid themselves. Like, now the 4th pick, and not only does he throw an interception and turn it over, it goes all the way back for 6.
Yeah, this guy is going to have to find a way to turn the page. You can't act like it didn't happen. I mean, you've got to watch the film. You got to see what you need to fix. Obviously, a lot of soul-searching needs to be done for this offense, but for this quarterback individually, he's going to have to take a deep dive into what he's doing week in and week out in his preparation, because you can't win games playing like this.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
He dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Second down to the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Going to the run, it's Scott. Taken down.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
He's got it down the middle. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. So 1st down will open up the final period. On the move, it's Scott. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this thing's basically over. And you know what this area of the field...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Let's see what he can do with the return. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
That's reeled in. It's Singleton. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Calls his own number. Quick spin on the run. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. On the move. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Second down, going to throw it. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do because this passing attack has not been great.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Wolfpack will get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the shotgun. Play is halted momentarily as the training staff is out to check on an injured member of the Wolfpack. Long way to go on second down. Looking downfield, it's Harrison. Finds his target. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with the lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. In the red area, it's Fields. Just smothered on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Just got rid of that one.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Absolutely center cut, and that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Quarterback empties his backfield. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback changing the play. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Fires to the right. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. They'll take the penalty and move them back. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Got it looking for the first down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. The Seminoles, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Just barely got rid of it.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Back to pass on second down. It's complete on the right side. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Wants to throw again. Throws quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. See if they can get it done on second and goal. The run inside. It's Singleton. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left, and they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces.
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on fourth down. He's changing the play. They want to throw it. Going for 6. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
Quick give. It's Scott. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.